Public transportation, whether it's a taxi, the subway, a train, or a local bus, if you live in a city or plan to visit one, you are going to use these things. You need to know the names, the simple sentences, and the key phrases to make your trip easy. So in this episode, we are going to master the English for getting around, covering everything from buying your ticket to understanding those essential announcements. Now I want you to just listen to me and try to say them with me. That's all I want you to do. And my friends, this is the way to learn a language. No shortcut. Just put in the time and you'll eventually learn the language and get better and better. Hello and welcome back to Ravand English Podcast. I'm your host, Brandon, and I'm so excited to share this new episode with you, my friends. We have divided this lesson into 5 essential parts so you can clearly understand and speak English on the go. Let's start with the basics. The different types of public transportation. Part 1. The basics and essential questions. First, let's look at the different kinds of vehicles you might use. Public transportation, sometimes called public transit, includes the usual buses, trains, and subways. But don't forget trams. What is tram? A trolley car that runs on tracks in the street. And ferries, a boat that moves people across water. When you're ready to use the public transport, the first thing you need to do is ask a simple question. Here are some common phrases you might hear or need to say. Repeat them after me, okay? What is the first one? What time does the next bus arrive? Where is the nearest subway station? How often does this train run? When talking about schedules, we use words like arrive and depart. To arrive means to get to the station. To depart means to leave the station. Listen for the word schedule. It just means the list of times for when the bus or train will come. Did you notice how I said schedule? The American pronunciation is usually with a sk sound, like schedule, schedule. But the British pronunciation often uses a sh sound, like schedule, schedule. Both are correct, so listen for both. Let's make some examples. The train departs at 5 p.m. sharp. The train arrives at 5 p.m. sharp. Sharp simply means exactly at that time. It tells you there is no waiting. If the train arrives at 5 p.m. sharp, it means it arrives at exactly 5 p.m. Part 2. Buying tickets and asking about routes. This part is all about money and planning your route. When we talk about how much something costs in transport, we use the word fare. How much is the fare for the bus to the city center? What is the fare to the airport? What's the taxi fare to this address? How much does the subway cost? When you buy a ticket, you have two basic options. If you only want to go one way, you buy a single ticket. If you want to go there and come back, you buy a return ticket. How much is a one-way ticket to New York? How much is a one-way ticket to New York? For example, you want to buy a return ticket to Boston. You can simply say, a return ticket to Boston, please. Let's talk about these ticket types. A one-way ticket is for traveling only in one direction. You go, but you don't come back. In British English, they usually say single ticket. If you want to go to a place and come back, you need a ticket for two directions. In British English, this is called a return ticket. But in American English, we use the term round-trip ticket. Remember, return ticket UK is the same as round-trip ticket US. In many cities, you don't use paper tickets. You use a travel pass or a transport card. This is a plastic card that you add money to, and then you use it to pay for the bus or subway, like a special wallet for travel. If you're using this type of card, you might hear these sentences. Where can I buy a daily pass? Is my transport card still valid? I need to top up my travel card. To top up means to add more money to a card or account. It's like refilling your tank. Don't be shy about asking for ways to save money. Ask about discounts. For example, are there any discounts available for students? Are there any discounts available for seniors or senior citizens? A senior is simply an older person, usually someone over the age of 60 or 65. Many transportation systems offer cheaper tickets to students and seniors. Finally, you need to know which path the bus or the train takes. Is there a map or route guide I can refer to? The bus route passes by the museum and the library. Did you notice I used the word takes in the phrase which path the bus or train takes? Here, takes means the same as follows. When we talk about a bus or train, we often say it takes a certain path or takes a certain route. Part 3. Navigation and getting off. Once you are on the transport, you need to know exactly where to get off. Here are the sentences for asking about stops and directions. Are you ready? Let's start. How many stops until the city center? Will this bus stop near the park? Is this the correct stop for the train station? Please let me know when we reach my destination. I need to get off at the taxi station. The most common way to say you're leaving the vehicle is the phrasal verb, get off. But you might also hear the very formal word alight, which means the exact same thing. You need to alight the train at the next stop. The opposite of get off is get on, We use get on for large vehicles where you can stand up and walk around, like a bus, train, or plane. We use get in for small vehicles where you have to bend down to enter, like a car or taxi. So, get on for bus, train, or plane, and get in for car or taxi. Let's talk about platform. Do you know what a platform is? This is simply the place where you wait for the train to arrive. It's the designated area right next to the train tracks. Is this the right platform for the train to London? Excuse me, does this platform go to the airport? Which track is the next train to Boston leaving from? I'm looking for the train to Paris. Is this the right one? And pay attention to this crucial announcement you might hear, especially in busy stations. Attention passengers, the 10:30 a.m. train to Chicago will now depart from platform 9. Attention passengers, the 10:30 a.m. train to Chicago will now depart from platform 9. Sometimes you have to change from one line to another. This is called a transfer or switch lines. If you've ever used a subway, you have definitely experienced this. Here are more ways to talk about transfers. Is there a direct route to New York, or do I need to transfer? I repeat it again. Is there a direct route to New York, or do I need to transfer? I need to transfer to the number 5 bus at the next stop. Is the connection time long? Let's go to the next part. Part 4. Essential announcements. Safety and information are key on public transport. You need to know these phrases because you will hear them all the time. Number 1. Mind the gap. Mind the gap. This is a common phrase in the UK, especially London. It means be careful of the space between the train and the platform when you step. The American version is often watch your step. Watch your step. Number 2, doors and stops. Stand clear of the closing doors. This is a warning to move away from the doors because they are about to shut. This is the final stop. This simply means the vehicle won't go any further, so everyone must get off here. Next stop, Central Station. This is a typical announcement. It just tells you the name of the upcoming stop. Number 3, payment and belongings. Please have your fare ready. This is a reminder to get your money or your ticket ready before you get on the bus or train, so you don't slow things down. You don't slow things down. Please keep all personal belongings with you. This is a reminder to make sure you have all your bags and don't leave anything behind. Quick vocabulary tip. The term personal belongings refers to all your small portable items such as bags, phones, and wallets. Part 5. Courtesy, timing, and technology. Using public transportation is a shared experience, so courtesy is important. I use two important words there: shared experience and courtesy. A shared experience means everyone is using the same space together. You're sharing the bus or train with many other people. And courtesy is simply the word for good manners or politeness. Let's make some examples. Excuse me, this is my stop. Use this if people are standing in your way when you need to exit. After you, say this if you want to let someone else get off or on before you. We also often talk about the time of day. The busiest times are called peak hours or rush hour. This is when everyone is traveling to or from work. Peak hours or rush hour. Let's make some examples here. The trains are always crowded during rush hour. It's cheaper to travel during off-peak hours. So, my friends, we have peak hours when it is busy, and we have off-peak hours. That means quiet times. Finally, a quick note on modern travel. Many cities have public transportation apps now. These apps give you real-time tracking, schedules, and sometimes let you buy tickets right on your phone. Isn't that amazing? Be sure to download and familiarize yourself with these apps before you start using public transportation in a new city. All right, my friend, we have done it. We covered so many useful phrases and terms, from asking about the next bus to understanding all the important announcements. Every single one of these phrases will help you feel confident and comfortable using public transportation anywhere you go. I really hope this episode makes you feel super confident. Thanks for listening to the Ravand English podcast. I'm Brandon, and I am looking forward to talking to you next time. Goodbye for now.